Well, I found some footage from a few years back, and I thought I'd edit it all together here and tell you. A year earlier, they put the road in, and the fallers came and fell all this timber here. And it's pretty nice timber. Some are average size. Most of it's average size for the grapple on this machine. And if you notice the grapple, it doesn't have some real big points on it there. Sometimes when you get into lots of big wood, you have to get the welder to come up and put some nice big points on those grapples to grab into them. But if you just get the odd big one, then you gotta deal with it some other way. And we'll see later on in this video. So you see how you back in here? It used to have a different clip. Now you gotta make sure you get the right pin in place. So now the driver's gonna hook up the hose, so I'm gonna help him by unhooking the safety chain on the stake here. It's got a strong enough spring, it'll just pop up into place itself. So when I help the driver, sometimes I get the hoses wrong, and the air doesn't release.
Alrighty, ready to rock and roll!
You tell you he's all excited. Yeah, typical day on the West Coast. We're just happy it's not
pelting down rain. So Ernie Zimmer, he'll put the first log out on the outside here, and that holds the stakes in place, holds the bunks. A lot of people put a first log right straight in the middle, and that'll hold the bunks in place. But everybody's got a different procedure, and you can see a little bit of snow on top of that hill. It's a little chilly today. That's why the hook tender, he's got a bonfire going down there. So they started at the far end, or maybe they started at this end, they're working down to the far end. Anyway, some of these logs are all bucked into length and some aren't. So we have to buck them up into the lengths that they need to be at, depending on what kind of log it is, what species. 40-foot logs are about the rest, the right length for most all species. Bunk load. This is only one way of doing it. There's a few different ways of doing this. Yeah, these machines are just tough enough to get most logs on, but you get these big heavy hemlocks, well then you gotta do something like this. With that little short choker on there, it's pretty safe. Sometimes, you know, you get the log up in the air and then the grapple is just barely hanging on and it'll slip off and drop down and break something. There's a lot of tonnage in that log. This way here, guarantee nothing's gonna break. You know, the bunk's kind of turned a little bit sideways there, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. We might just straighten that out later anyway. So now we have to go up the road where the rest of the logs are laying. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. So November 7th, a few years ago. You know, since then, there's been a lot of changes here. There's not too many fat trucks around on the claim. They've changed to those little highway trucks. They call them pickle trucks. And Western Forest Products pulled out of here and left what's left to the contractors. I've seen this done before with other big companies. When they get down to licking the edge of the bowl, they buzz off and leave it to the contractors to finish up with. And actually, Western has done it several times to other camps too. So it was no surprise. Yeah. But anyway, here comes the next truck. I don't think he's coming to us, though. He's going up the hill to another loader. There's another loader and yarder up the hill there. So he's going to go up and get a load up there. And Huey, you see, he's pulling up this hill. When you're pulling a heavy load up the hill a little, even if it's a little grade like that, put 3 or 4 on top. Put them way out like this with the weight ahead. That works pretty slick. You hear those brakes complaining already. He has to put the water on the brakes to keep them cool, and then it's all good. downhill all the way to the beach. We're at quite an altitude up here.